What's going on, everybody? Richie here, Hybrid Athletics. Today I'm going to give you those pull-up progressions I promised. Big shout out to everybody that requested that. I appreciate any suggestions. If you have any other suggestions, leave them in the comment box below and I'll see if I can get around to making a video for those as well. So here they are. I'm going to start you from somebody who can't even hang on the bar and get you up to where you're an intermediate level performing standard level pull-ups. And then we're going to take it a step further, get to the close grip. With progressive calisthenics, obviously the goal is to eventually be able to do a one-arm pull-up. So the reason why we bring the grip closer is because it's more aligned with the center line of the body and more closely mimics the one-arm pull. We'll go from a complete beginner to that. That'll give you something to work on. In the meantime, while y'all are working on that, I'll also put out an intermediate level and show you how to get from doing close grip pull-ups to eventually work your way up to a one-arm pull-up. Now, with each movement in the video, you're going to see that there's a beginner standard and a progression standard. The beginner standard is like the bottom minimum required amount of reps you should be able to do of that move to start working on it. The progression standard is how many reps you should be completing of that move before you move on to the next one. Of course, every body is different. There's no one black and white rule that says, you have to be able to do these reps before you start working on another one. This is a template. Take the information, apply it to yourself, and use it how you see fit. Don't be afraid to play around with some of the more advanced moves and see where you're at. These are just my suggestions, what I found worked for me. You might find something that works better for you, so feel free to experiment with these moves and get those pull-ups up. Here's the progressions. I hope you enjoy. Level 1, we got standing vertical pulls. You can do these in a doorway too. I'm gonna tell you, some of y'all think you're too cool to do level 1. Try it out, tough guy. Let me see you do 3 sets of 40. You got nothing to lose by trying it. You can only learn about your particular pulling motion from doing them, so definitely give them a shot. Now, level 2, 45-degree rows. We're getting a little more advanced. So the more you angle your body, the more difficult it's going to become. So we start out with 45 degrees, work up to 3 sets of 30. Once we can do 3 sets of 30, we decrease the angle and increase the difficulty. We go to 15-degree rows. Now you're pretty much almost horizontal. If you don't have a low bar, you can put your feet up on a chair or a footstool, something to elevate your feet. Once we work up to 3 sets of 20, we can start playing around with the full body weight, negatives. One thing you can do with these is really try and hold that top position and hold the middle position. It'll only help you and make you stronger. So play around with that, but you really want to just control yourself throughout the movement. So you want to start out with at least 1 set of 5 controlled reps and work your way up. Once you can do 2 sets of 10 controlled slow reps and you can really control your body weight, you're ready to move on to standard chin-ups. You'll have more than enough strength to start getting these chin-ups. So this is going to be the first time that you're pulling your entire body weight up and lowering your entire body weight. Difference between chin-ups and pull-ups is that the chin-ups will involve more of the bicep than the pull-ups. So a lot of people find it easier. This will allow you to get more reps. Once you can do 2 sets of 10, we're gonna move on. Guess what? You're doing standard pull-ups. Like I said, the overhand grip is harder because you're involving more of your back and less bicep engagement. Once you can do 2 sets of 10, we move the grip in closer. As I said earlier in the video, since the goal is to eventually be able to do a one-arm pull-up, the closer we bring the grip into the center, the more we mimic that movement. Once we get good at these and we can do 2 sets of 10 with the close grip, we're gonna start getting into some more unilateral movements. So stick around and I'll show you that one next time. But these will give you something to work on in the meantime. I'll come out with that intermediate progression very soon. Alright, so that's it. That'll take you from a complete beginner who can't do any pull-ups at all the way up to intermediate. From there, we'll get a little more advanced. We'll start playing around with some unilateral movements, start getting into using one arm more than the other, and we'll also start playing around with some weighted calisthenics. So stick around because that video is coming real soon. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead, leave me a like. Don't forget to subscribe because I got plenty more content like this on the way. Follow me on Instagram to see behind the scenes stuff, little quick tips, different workouts that I don't really show here. So you gotta go check it out. And if you were following me on Instagram, you saw I already did this in one of my story highlights. So you got to see it first. Yeah, be a good friend. Share this video with somebody who's getting into progressive calisthenics. If you got any questions or comments, leave them in the box below or shoot me an email and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Until next time, it's Richie with Hybrid Athletics, training for life.